Can't quite see the price action there, can you? Pull it out slightly. That make a difference. That'll do. That'll do. Hey, Alistair. Good to see you again. So long since we've chat. Yes, it certainly did. Wonder if I've got this marked out in terms of no. Oh yeah, I've traded this before. I traded this last year when it went up there. So that would have been September last year. So I traded this last time. As you can see from all of the support resistance lines I drew at the time. Hey Les. That's what we look for. That's again, that part of the strategy is looking for lower float stocks. It just increases that volatility. Maybe it's just my screen that doesn't look great. I'm still trying to get all my stream sorted out yet. My ex-wife called me just as I was going live, which I thought was most inconsiderate. But yeah, what you gonna do? Wanting to know where we used to live. Go figure. I'm like, don't you know? There we go. Now we've got the whole stream working. Absolutely. How many have been traded pre-market already? No, with 3.4 million. So the volume, pre-market volume on this is 3.4 million already, which you know, as I was saying in the Discord, you know, half an hour ago before we started trading it in the Discord, it was the average volume on any given day is a little over 40,000. This has got a good catalyst, just good relative volume. I think it was about 400,000 at the time, so it was already 10x relative volume, and we started trading it kind of just after 7:30 as a team. Absolutely, it is. So it's already recycled its float, kind of, well, 2/3 of its flow. But it is a good catalyst. It's just sold off below the VWAP. Don't mind this little pullback, a consolidation. It is the top gapper at the moment. You're wondering why it's moving. It's got the FDA nod to begin phase 1 trials on cancer treatment, so on solid tumors. So see what happens. Actually, I had earnings last week as well, so looking interesting this morning. It's a biopharmaceutical. The bioscience stocks do that. They absolutely do use it. So this is what I'm talking about with bioscience. Is that you ride the momentum. Bioscience are very flaky. They're very volatile stocks. You can drop like a stone, and they can zoom off like a rocket. So when they zoom off like a rocket, make use of it. If you get bad news, like bad delisting or a lawsuit or patient deaths or anything like that, short the hell out of it. But in the main, you look for one of these to have a FDA news or good results, clinical trials, that kind of things, or patent granted or something along those lines, and then they really take off. But it never lasts. So with bioscience, ride the momentum, unless it's a big one, the likes of a Johnson and Johnson or a Pfizer or something like that. These smaller bioscience, these low float bioscience companies, you ride the momentum on the day, and then you get out. Don't hold it overnight unless you know something I don't. Do your own due diligence. If you're planning on swinging it, do your own due diligence to make sure that it's safe enough to swing. But on the main, you don't hold it overnight. You ride the momentum intraday, and you take your profits intraday. The FDA, good FDA news, because you can get bad FDA news as well. So the good FDA news can be a good catalyst. So put this into perspective. You've got to wait to see the reaction of the market. So if you go back about 2 or 3 months, Neurosense had an FDA catalyst around an Alzheimer's treatment, and it mooned 750%. And then 2 weeks ago, there was another bioscience company came out with news of an Alzheimer's treatment, and whilst it gapped up initially, I went big size for the gap and go, and it flushed at the open and continued to sell off. So you never know quite what the market's going to. The market can be completely irrational. So you look for the good catalyst and a good reaction to that catalyst. So you're looking for the momentum to come from that catalyst. So yeah, a good catalyst is a good FDA news. Oh, each to their own, Hannibal. I tend to look at the individual stock itself and the fundamentals of the stock before I start swinging or not swinging. And you might look at the VIX in terms of volatility, but if that's part of your strategy and it works for you, fair play to you. But I wouldn't say I'm reluctant to swing bioscience companies anyway for that very low float bioscience companies. I'm reluctant to swing low float stocks in the main. I tend to, if I'm swinging, I look for mid-size or even high cap stocks. So low float stocks tend to be very volatile. So swing trading can be risky with low floats. There we go. Let there be light. A bit of heavy while we're about it. Based on this, Well, let's have a look. Let's pull up the trading view. Site, got it right behind my I was a pain in the hole. I've got my watch list set to always on top. So when I open a window behind it, or rather when a window opens behind it, I've got to go through all kinds of hoops just to get at it. So my trading view, let's have a look at my trading view. So DP, let's look at it on the daily. We had, no, I wouldn't say it's a multi-day, it's going to be multi-day stock based on historicals. So if you look at it from last year, this is it from last year, this is on the daily. So you look at September last year, it absolutely mooned. It went from, it opened at $11.85 and went up to almost $29. The next day, it gapped down. And so we didn't really have that continue. It just sold off after that. So I wouldn't say it's highly likely to be a multi-day stock. It could be, but again, history would say it's probably not going to be. It'll have its moment in the sunshine and then back down to its fundamental value. And that's what I keep saying about these stocks: is ride them while they're hot, and then get rid of them. Take your money, take your gains, and go. Because a lot of these stocks are garbage companies. I mean, if you look at it historically, it pumped. It had a big pump in December 2020, and then sold off after that. It had a couple of days in February 21, then sold off. It had one pump in March 21, sold off. So it does have previous, but it doesn't tend to hold its gains longer than a day or two. So just be careful. Definitely don't swing this one overnight. You might get a bit of momentum on the following day, but you're not likely to get the same level. Now, is this going to run and do what DPSI did yesterday? DPSI did 172% at the top end yesterday. Probably not. It's not showing that level of strength right now. It's underneath the VWAP. Can it come back? Absolutely. Is it likely to? Well, I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet. Oh, nobody knows. Anybody that says they do know is telling porky pies. And unless you've got insider information, illegal insider information, you don't know. And the only thing, when you've got illegal insider information, the only way that that's guaranteed is if you're I've just been informed by TikTok my connection is great. I'm switched to a higher quality. So the joys of fiber broadband. The only time insider information is guaranteed is if it's bad information. Somebody gets arrested at the office for on charges of corruption. You go and dump your stock, because as soon as it gets out to the press, the stock falls. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the SPY. Down another percentage point today already. It was actually, to be fair, it was a little bit worse just after 5 a.m. market time, a couple of hours ago, it was down at 385, the SPY. And that's what we've got to avoid. And I think that's why it bounced. So the current low this month is this 385.15. We went down to 385.41. If it breaks that 385 level, we are officially in a bear market. I know we're all in a bear. It's a bearish market. It is, but officially in a bear market, because we would have hit that 20% off the all-time highs. Right. Hey Shando, sorry, I did see your message while I was doing everything else, and I just didn't get around to it, and then I forgot. So hey Shando, how you doing? Well, Ronan, I mean, if you'd signed up to the course, you get all those kind of, nuances and tricks of the trade as well. I don't mind holding these bigger. I've already entered it today, Zach. We've already traded INDP. We traded on the way up, and we're $1,300 to the good at the moment. It could have been more. Should have been more. To be fair, I didn't even pick this one this morning. I didn't even call this morning. I've got to give kudos to Alistair, in one of the students in on the course, in the Discord, called this out on the watch in the Discord. Even called out the bull flag setup that just before, as it started forming, just before 7:30 market time, so almost an hour ago. And with his itchy fingers waiting to pull the trigger because he couldn't trade until 7:30 market time, and then we caught it on the way up. So yeah, it was a nice trade. But kudos to Alistair for calling this one out first. Zach, I'm in Ireland. Some of my students are in the UK. It depends on your broker. You can trade pre-market depending on your broker. Is it really? I didn't think I knew Redbox had a high short interest. I didn't think it was that high. Nice now. Redbox is Zach. Redbox is 23% short. It's not. Whoever's told you 150% short is mistaken. It's 23% short. It's still a high short level, relatively speaking, but and then it still could squeeze, but it's not 150. I mean, GameStop back in the day, in beginning of last year, was about 120% short. So I was thinking 150% short. Come on. I didn't know 212 didn't do pre-market trading. That's I'll have to remember that, because people have been asking me my opinion about 212, and if it doesn't do pre-market trading, as far as I'm concerned, it's a second-class broker. All right, okay, the cost to borrow. Well, let's have a look at, is it shortable here? Easy to borrow. Or... no, it's on the, it's not shortable with my broker. I can't short it. It's hard to borrow. Ooh, Sega just jumped in volume. What happened there? Huge volume spike. Did you notice how I saw that in real time, the volume come in, even though I wasn't even looking at it on the charts? That's the power of Benzinga. Ah, another FDA. So that's just what are we? An hour ago. Another FDA intravenous formulation of TPOXX. Approval from the FDA. So that's going on the list. That's probably going to go up now. SIGA is the ticker, and Sega Technologies. Again, another low float stock. $46 million. Very average volume 161k. It's already done 800k. This could be the option to INDP. Yeah, anything under 100 million is a low float stock. I don't need. That's okay. I've just looked at the fundamentals for Redbox. So that's how I just found out the it's hard to borrow and what the actual short interest is. No problem. Bill. It's part of the course. Kind of went against me. Look for another entry though. Absolutely. Well, any social media where you've got like stock twits and things like that, you just got to take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, anything I say, take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own research. Do your own deep dive on anything. What you won't find me doing is calling giving stock picks or signals or anything like that. Because the answer is, if you lose money, I've got integrity, and if you lose money because I've give you a bum steer based on my own faulty due diligence, then I don't think I'd feel good about it. And secondly, it would impact my reputation as well. So I'd rather teach you guys how to find your own stocks. You don't have to rely on signals from some guru on stock picks or somewhere else. I show you how to find your own stocks, how to select your own stocks, how to trade those stocks, what patterns to look for, when to get in, when to get out, all that kind of stuff. What's the spreads doing to me? Got a nice cushion on this now. What indicators am I using? The only indicators you can really see there is the VWAP, obviously the volume histogram at the bottom, and volume by price, which is the flashing bars on the left hand side. I'll take the 370. It's finding difficulty up at the 975. So this is volume. This is the VWAP, volume weighted average price, and these things here is the volume by price. Then I'll look at the candles as well. What made me take this trade? Bull flag setup. We had the candlestick here. We had initial pullback, and then I got in for the break of new highs there. Faked me out, so I got out. And then we had the break of new highs here. So we had the bull flag setup, and that's where I got in. So the break of a bull flag, and that's where when it started to fail up there, that's when I got out. That's what made me take that trade. Very well trained. So now I'll look for another potential setup. I'll enter here. I'm looking for the break of 980 now, which is the high of the previous candle. Be careful with don't get reliant on technical indicators, because anybody that says technical indicators are the be all and end all doesn't know what they're talking about. Technical indicators are a lagging indicator. They can give you an idea of what's gone on and the patterns that the price action is taking. Just be careful using them as for entries and exits. You should, by all means, use them for confirmation, use them for, an idea of where you are with the stock, but don't use them for entry signals. Look at the patterns. It's a much better way to trade. I pull back, bit of a fake out, and you get that pre-market with the lack of volume. Take a look at TradingView there, Shandil. You can get a free paper trading account on TradingView. If you don't know how to set that up, get onto my YouTube channel. I've got a tutorial on how to set up your paper trading account, free paper trading account on TradingView. Now, to be fair, I don't think you'll be able to paper trade pre-market without paying a subscription to TradingView because of the you're not going to be able to get the live feed, delayed data. But yeah, I mean, try TradingView. If you're looking for a free paper trading account, try TradingView. That's breaking laws. No, you don't. So you go into the section on TradingView, and where is my TradingView? At the bottom, you've got a panel that says Stock Screener, Text Notes, Pine Editor, Strategy Tester, Trading Panel. If you click on the Trading Panel, it gives you the option to go to a broker, or you do TradingView paper trading. So don't go through your broker. Go through paper trading with TradingView. Typical. No problem. I'll break $10. Yeah. It's coiling under that 1010. We'll wait for it to break 10 again on the next pass. I don't know. It didn't piss me off. You know, you can't get. You've got to stick to your strategy, and risk is managing. Risk is part of that. If Murphy's Law will tell you manage your risk if you hold it a little bit too longer than you should have done, which is what happened to me there, and then you cut it for a loss. Murphy's Law is going to tell you it's going to reverse on you on the next candle. But you can't get pissed off with that. You manage your risk, you stick to it. There's going to be another entry point. So when it pulled back, I looked for the next entry point, which is what happened. And I got, you know, most of that initial loss back. So, you know, as long as I'm green, that's what matters. Yeah, absolutely, Giant. Candle patterns. You by all means look for the candle patterns, look for support, resistance, look for good afternoon cash flow, look for confirmation, and you know, with regards to your indicators. So for example, if I'm trading reversals, I will use the RSI to make sure that when I'm trading a reversal, it's definitely extended. It's either overbought or oversold or whatever the scenario is. I look at Bollinger Bands. So if it's outside the Bollinger Bands, in line with the RSI, then I know it's ready for a reversal. So that's when you can use indicators very well. And the reason I keep my charts very clean, I mean, I could have the EMAs on there, 9, 20, 200, whatever. I could have EMAs on there, knowing full well other people, other traders put a lot of weight into EMAs, and you will get an influx of either support or resistance buying and selling at those EMA levels, either up to the upside or downside. But you can see that on the level 2 as well. Oh, T-Box, I thought you got rid of them yesterday. I mean, RSI and Bollinger Bands are great for confirmation on reversals, but you still need the patterns. You still got to look for the candlestick setups. T-Box. So this is I'm a devil for that. Is you've got a strategy, and I still don't learn even to this day. You've got a strategy that works, and then as soon as you deviate from your strategy, you lose money. And you think, why did I deviate from my strategy? I know I shouldn't be doing that. You're trying something new, and if you're going to try something new, try it in a simulator. I keep telling myself that, and I don't take my own. I don't take my own advice. Well, we bounced on the SPY bounced on the bottom at 385. So you might be all right. Kind of wondering if that 385 is the bottom. We're going to get that bounce to continue, or will we go down and finally break it after the bell? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Have we bottomed out on the S&P? Have the markets bottomed out, or will we get a bounce today? Expecting this to bounce on the VWAP and make a move up. Hey Jack, well, I hope it turns good for you there, T-Box. What's your strike price, and when you've got it for? There's my little doji that usually signals the change sentiment. Hey, sleeping. Oh, we got a little break upwards there. Expecting that reversal to take place, but we'll see. Only over 960. Here we go. $975 will be a good target here. VWAP's 36. Bounced at this level previously on the previous pullback. That's why I'm holding. Volume's died down a little bit. Gave that way too long. Well, we got the doji bounce, it just didn't bounce enough. So then I looked at the previous lows, the previous support we got, which was 940, and then we were so close to the VWAP, so I gave it to the VWAP. So that's what I was looking at. We got the doji bounce, which is why I entered. The doji here is where effectively on the area of the VWAP. So when we broke a new high, next candle to make a new high, which was here, that's why I entered. But then it pulled back. But I thought, okay, we've got support here on this pullback. We've got the VWAP. I'll give it a little bit extra in terms of what we were trying, but don't always go your way. So I'll look for the next entry. Well, you've got a week for it to come back. T-box. Oh, good stuff there, Chip. Oh, it is shortable. Made a nice little penny, almost a full dollar. On INDP, we're getting support here on the whole dollar, $3. So 320 has been resistance on a couple of times. INDP. So watch for a move back up at the bell. Just looking at the 2-minute time frame here, and I'm thinking the indicator was there for me not to get that entry. So look for confirmation on. There's a lesson I keep teaching that to the students on the course, but look for confirmation on the higher time frame, and I didn't do that on this one. Should have waited for the 63. But it's good if you can look back at your trade and analyze where you went wrong. No, you can't win them all, T-Box. Absolutely not. Not every trade's going to go your way. You just want it doing a different, the inverse of what I've done this morning, which is your winning trade needs to be bigger than your losing trade, and then you're profitable. Whereas 320 is the resistance level. Blue bar, see, red is when it's down. It's green is when it's up, and blue is when it's a doji. When it's not made a move either way. The opening price and the closing price is the same thing. That's the blue. You don't tend to get that during the market when there's more volume. You tend to get that when it's low volume. Get more dojis low volume. Look for the break of the $quarter here. That's pretty much where the VWAP is right now. Bioscience today. Alpuno. Got the two top gappers are bioscience. And EBS, Emergency Biosolutions, is the three top gappers are bioscience. No problem at all, Gits. SPY is just ranging sideways at the minute. It did fall earlier this morning, but it's just ranging sideways at the moment. I'm expecting that maybe we'll get a bounce today. It hit that bottom, it hit that floor of 385. So you might not be out of it yet, T-Box. Well, EBS is low volume. I'll have a look at it anyway. Have a look at the catalyst. Because what's low volume now might not be later. Yeah, it's just a Form 8. Doesn't look like there's any significant catalyst that I can see, unless I'm missing something. I don't hate Tesla. I actually think Tesla's a good company. People think they're a car company, but they're so much more than that. They're a power company. They're soon to be a communications company. They're a tech. They're a tech company. I just think Elon Musk is a bit of a numpty. And how he carries so much weight, I don't know. I mean, the fact that he's a bit of a space cadet. He's a lot of a space cadet. on more than one level. Yes, he's been into space, but more than that, he's out with the fairies. He spent way too much time smoking the wacky backy. That's my opinion, anyway. The guy's a complete loon. I think the correct terminology is eccentric. But even so, I think that's pushing the boat to describe that guy. That's the long term, yeah. I think even Warren Buffett says Tesla long term are going to be a fantastic investment. And there's a guy who knows about long term investment. Tesla long term, yes. AMC long term, no. I mean, yeah, we all like to go to the cinemas, but it's where it should right now. It's where it should be. AMC, $12 a share. That's its fundamental value. It's not worth more than that. So expecting it to moon just because the Reddit gang want it to is, you know, lunacy. It's not overly shorted. Yeah, it's got a high short float in relative terms. It's kind of between 20 and 25% on any given day. But fundamentally, it's not what I would consider a, you know, high value company. I didn't say he wasn't a genius. I just said he was away with the fairies and been smoking too much wacky backy. And anyone that thinks he's a genius probably agrees with me that he's been smoking too much wacky backy and away with the fairies. The guy's a space cadet. He really is. But then again, a lot of innovative thinkers, they say there's a fine line between genius and insanity, and I think he walks that line very well. He does throw a lot of outlandish statements out there that he doesn't deliver on, and people eat it up like, you know, sugar lumps out of your palm, by the palm of his hand. He's always been a little strange, Jack. That's part of his charm. I think that's why a lot of people like him so much. Because the guy's a complete Looney Tune. I mean, I've known a lot of people like him. You know, smart guys that who are we talking about, Marion? Elon Musk. And 20. Jobs was a tyrant. I never worked for Jobs. I mean, I've worked for Michael Dell, and he's very eccentric as well. Completely in his own world. A lot of these innovative entrepreneurs, they're just space cadets. They're in their own little world, and they don't really understand the real world, if truth be known, because it doesn't apply to them. Most successful CEOs are tyrants, if I'm being completely honest. Yesterday I was called up to give a reference to my former CEO. Most CEOs, profitable and successful CEOs, are tyrants, and they have to be. They say, you know, a psychopath psychopathy is a good trait for CEO, because you've got to be able to distance yourself from the human element, as it were. Make decisions based on numbers rather than on people. Well, if Elon was president, he'd make a better president than the last two, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Got Mr. Alzheimer's and Mr. Gropey Feely. Mr. Alzheimer's and Mr. Grab 'em by the pussy. Okay. I'm sure the Kennedys would have something to say about that. Or anyone that lived through Second or First or Second World War as well, for that matter. Or anyone with skin colour. Or women. But I'm not going to get too political. Not unless it's funny. And let's face it, American politics is, at the moment, is comedy gold. Oh, Trump loves the women, that's for sure. Canaan today, it's up 12%. It's not up on good volume, the relative volume. I think it needs more volume. Trade it today, it needs more volume. That's my thoughts on Canaan today. It needs more volume. That may happen after the bell. Got half an hour to the bell, so there's plenty of time. But it needs more volume before I would see it set up as a, for intraday trading. I kind of like the look of this one. 9.20, and I think it might get 30 cents on this. $30%? Are you sure about that? 30%? I thought it was 20%. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, I'm getting my indexes mixed up. You're absolutely right, T-Box. I was looking at the SPY. Well, that's all right. That means it's time to buy the dip. Buy the discount. Same level. Yeah, and that's what you've got to do. Absolutely. Just keep buying the dip. I mean, my long-term holding. The thing is, when you're talking about investing and trading, it's two very two very different mindsets. If you're investing, you look at the fundamentals of the company and you stick to your decision for years. With trading, it's less about fundamentals; it's more about the technicals, and you try not to get stuck with the company at all. Yeah, and that's what you've got to do. I mean, Tesla's going to be a good one to keep doing that with. Keep loading up on Tesla. AMD, Micron, well, not so much Micron. Yeah, but I think Nvidia is going to be a good one to keep, buy the dip. Amazon, absolutely. They're just going to go keep getting stronger. Amazon. Anybody that doesn't know what Amazon do, they are not a retail delivery company, despite what you think. Just because you see the boxes and the trucks, they're not a logistics company. Oh, looks like these two stocks that popped this morning. PayPal's getting more competition and all that now, and I think with crypto as well, PayPal's is going to be less of a player than it used to be. It had the monopoly for so long in terms of online payments, but it's got so much competition now. It's a lot more competition for PayPal. It still will be. I think it will still be profitable. I just don't think it's going to be the big player anymore. Absolutely, T-Box. I couldn't agree more with that one. Oh, Soundhound making a move up. Neurometrics popped up. It's definitely a bioscience day today. What's the catalyst? 42. That's all right. Okay. Neurometrics reports that Quell wearable neuromodulation device received FDA de novo authorization as first non-pharmacological treatment for fibromyalgia. It's an FDA catalyst with too many big words for me to pronounce. But that's Neurometrics. So that's another good pump. It's over the VWAP. I can't believe I only got $50 for that. That was a bit of a pain. Isn't moving at the velocity I wanted the others moved, but look, it all counts. $5,000 shares. Move up. I'm not catching the tops of these at the minute. Annoying me. Well, FDA news seems to be the flavour of the day today. Oh, this is 52 on the 2 minute and 5 minute. Still 2,500 shares in this yet. I will be out first candle to make a new low bar. $35. That's first candle to make a new low. So no volume coming anymore. Yeah, the volume started dying off, so which is like, you know, first candle to make a new low down there. So, you know, 850 bucks for that one. Better than a kick in the teeth. I'd still look for it to move back up again. It needs to be over 450 now. Where am I streaming from? Ireland. Neurometric simple is N-U-R-O. Neuro. Oh, the SPY's starting to move up again now. We'll put 389 on the SPY. Got 15 minutes. Well, I both INDP and SIGA are underneath the VWAP. So you might be right, Chip, but I'll wait for the setups. Right now, Neuro 445 or above, I'll get back in. Looking at 446 for an entry right now. I've traded this one before. Got resistance line, trend lines on here from last time I traded it. Let's see, when did I last trade it? So I traded this in July last year. Actually, T-Box, I don't. That's the whole point. I watched the Open, and then after I finish the stream, I go and do my thing. So I do my thing in the morning, and then I trade for 2-3 hours, and then I go and do my thing. I don't watch it till 9 o'clock. I come back lately more for the stream's benefit than anything else. I've been coming back for the power hour, but I've not actually. I don't watch it all day. I think I'd go absolutely mental if I had to watch the chart, watch the market all day. I really would. Power hour. It's the last hour of the market. You get the volatility in the first 90 minutes. You get the volume comes in the first 90 minutes, and it starts to die off. The last 60 minutes of the market, well, it's usually about last 30 to 60 minutes of the market. Volume come not to the same level, but it comes back in again. We call it power hour. Absolutely. Smartphones and tablets, you can be on the beach, you can do anything you like. That's the joy. 100%. Totally agree. Walk the dog. I don't want to. I don't like trading from a small screen. That's the problem. But you can certainly watch the market. You can communicate. You can do a. You know, if you swing trading, it's easy enough to keep abreast of your position. Hey, Short Change, how you doing? So I'm Zaya. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok all simultaneously. So unfortunately, you can only see the Twitch chat. But I'm engaging to ghosts that are on TikTok primarily, but also on YouTube and everything else. It would support a higher quality stream, but unfortunately, because I'm streaming to so many different services, it's not me that's I can't do that through the Restream.io is the one that I'm using, and they only the maximum that they're doing is 720. So oh, looking for moves back up again. $45's the entry. Oh, we didn't get 45. We got filled at 48. Didn't really go up much. 11 cents from where I said the entry was. 56. Not much of a pump. A tight risk here on the VWAP though, so ouch. What stock am I in right now, Michael? This is Nuro. N-U-R-O. It's gapping up on good FDA news. It's the third gapper on FDA news this morning. A bit more volume. Got 10 minutes to the bell. Struggling a little bit there. It's just not volatile enough just yet. GM, the general market, absolutely. I think we're going to get a bounce today. We hit the bottom of the previous bottom, which was 20% off the SPY, off the S&P 500, and it bounced. It did that a couple of days ago, and it's done it again. So I could have held there, but it was looking weak. So the volume came in. Murphy's Law. The volume comes in after I've exited, but I exited for a profit, so that's the main thing. Look for the break of that 75. A bit more volume. Twitch is for anybody that wants to stream stuff. It is for gamers. So, you know, making money is just a game, isn't it? Let's face it, Marianne. No, but someone asked me to go on Twitch and said that the stream's better on there, but Zaya says it isn't. So, got to use market orders. Don't work pre-market. Got to use limit orders. Always limit orders pre-market. And that's one of the reasons stops don't work pre-market is because for a stop to be a true stop, it's got to be exit your position at the best available rate, which is a market order or a marketable order. But they don't work pre-market. And I've tried putting a stop limit order, which didn't work. Go figure. Yeah, green is green, absolutely, totally 100% agree with you there. Nero is now the top gapper on the day. Four minutes to the bell. It's a case of which one of these three gappers this morning is going to go. We've got choice for the gap and go for once. INDP is below $3, so that's off my list. SIGA is below VWAP, so right now my guess is Neuro. Gits and Shiggles, I would say I recommend starting with a minimum of $5,000 equity in your account. That gives you between $20,000 and $30,000 buying power, depending on your broker, with margin leverage. But anything less, that you can do it with less if your expectations are less. But most brokers don't give you leverage, or they won't give you much leverage if you've got an account less than $2,000. So I would say my recommendation is have a minimum of $5,000 in starting position. If you can afford more, great. It's easier to make money with money. Just say it. Three gappers, not gampers, but the three gappers. So on the watch list, I've got Neuro, which is what you're watching, INDP, and SIGA. Those are the three with the FDA catalysts today. tempted just to hold off on this for the open because we've got 90 seconds to the open. So if this breaks highs at the bell, it'll probably pump for a few cents and then sell off. So you've got to be quick. Yes, I am. Don't you forget it. INDP is kind of fluctuating around that threshold level for me, $3. SIGA's not, hope's not lost on that yet. We've got 30 seconds to the bell. I don't know what, I'm not quite sure how to take that, Michael, but okay. Looking a lot of volume, but it's just bulls and bears having a battle here. 1 million shares in this one candle, so already, but it's not moving much. The range isn't much, so the bulls and bears having a bit of a battle here. Don't be afraid of well, the SPY's looking to make a move up. Green, first two candles are green so far. AMC, wow. Pump on AMC, look at this. Check that out. AMC's having a great day. Just moved from 12.70 up to 13.26. 50-cent move. That's a great move. I'll just change my scanners. Thanks for letting me know, guys, but I'll change my scanners into the regular market while I'm waiting for a move. Waiting for a setup. I use scanners. I use Benzinga scanners. So this is what you're seeing on the screen. Those scanners there, they're from Benzinga. And I saw it as it got a volume surge. I switched it on and then looked at the catalyst, found the catalyst, and then was able to trade it. So that's where I found Neuro. INDP trying to make a move upwards now. A bit of volatility. Let's see if this breaks 320. 357 is the halt level. Well, that's often a good tactic, T-Box. Not getting huge range on these at the moment, but that could change. Yeah, absolutely. I look for volume and volatility. Those are the two things I'm looking for that allow me to day trade stock. Just at the VWAP right now on this one. There we go, trying to make a move to the upside now. INDP. Spoiled for choice here, guys. Just trying to find something worth trading. Just keep an eye on the scanners, see if anything else starts moving at the same time. But the three ones that I'm watching right now are the three top gappers at the moment: Neurometrics, Indaptus Therapeutics, and Sega Technologies. We've not quite broke out of this opening range yet, either of them. Holding this a little longer than I want to. Looking for that bounce back up. See it move back up, back over $3. If it does, I'll buy the dip and move back up towards 320. 290 and I'll exit. We had support here pre-market, 294, 293. First candle to make a new low, just exit everything. Well, this is 93. Sometimes it boggles the mind how you get the wicks form and then disappear. See that making its way to 310. Wicks are showing a lot of selling pressure. is not looking good at all. Like I made the wrong choice. Looks like Neuro could well be the one to moon today. This one consolidating around 2. There we go, we just got out there. Stopped out. Let's look at Neuro, if we can't make that back. Rejected at that same level previously. So I want to see this break highs today. See this above the VWAP and tested as support, not alright. At risk, got the VWAP there at 43. Oh, well, we're all red now. Okay. Means we've got to dig ourselves out of this hole instead of swinging for the fences like I just was doing. Let's see if we can't get a good scale in. Slow and steady isn't supposed to be how you do it. But I've just gone in big size. I'm going to put a stop on there for 15 cents. So I want to see at least 30. Break highs. Take some profit at 75. Gets that high. I'll say stay this side of the north side of the VWAP. Just finding a lot of resistance around the $0.50. This is Neuro, by the way, in case you're wondering. The other two FDA gappers just didn't really do anything. Sega sold off, and IDP faked me out at the break of the VWAP. VWAP's now 44. That's potential. It needs to break that 480. Had resistance at 471 lots of times previously. This has been as high as $38 previously. So if we get over $5, that would be amazing. Alan, stop at break even. I don't have to worry about any kind of faults or anything at the minute. A stop in place there, just above break even. So 7. Move that up to 60. 59. So a break of 460 will get me out of this. Oh my goodness, the SPY has just vomited. Guys, this is your SPY. It's vomited. It rallied for all of 15 minutes, and look at that. Horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Ah, look. It is what it is. Break 475, that's a $0.75 level. We'll break 475, it can go on a run up to $5. Effectively trailing this by 10 cents. Okay, well, made a little bit out of it. Well, that started to vomit. $500 on that one, I think. $500 back. What else is moving? Vidu. Not to be mistaken by Viru, of course. Oh, it's halted. Visionary Education Technology. That's just typical. A minute, get this fixed. Right, now we're back. So, what was the reason that this didn't? Not seeing any news. Volatile. Not seeing any particular news catalyst though. It's halted again. Wow. That's a big move up. $1. Reason? No, I'm not seeing any particular catalyst for this one. Short the SPY. That's the best way to do it. Today, we've dug a hole that we have to trade our way out of again. So, it's becoming a bit of a habit lately. But we've been doing it all the same. B10. This should resume. Any time now. 10 seconds. Yes, 65. Neuro is still the top gapper, but it's just trading sideways at the minute. 430s. INDP's trying to get back up. Just bouncing off the VWAP at the minute. SPY, after that vomit, complete U-turn. SPY is, look at that. Talk about zigzag. Doesn't know what he wants to do. Although the wider market is just taking people out all over the place at the minute. Cash them in now, T-Box, because you don't know what this market's going to do. Got 30 cents on sack. Well done. You're a glutton for punishment, buddy. Aren't we all? Have we just? Yeah, we have. I don't know what you're thinking. Look, what you're doing. Lovely double bottom on AMC. Those of you that are trading AMC, lovely double bottom on the 1 minute. Well, who said Canaan? That's having a good day today. Looks like initial pump. Now trading sideways. It's staying above the VWAP, so it's up 16%. That's moved, but no volume. That's the market. Look at that. That's the Nasdaq. How'd you trade something like that? Impossible. There's no way. Immunome. Well, Immunome publishes data showing its antibody cocktail clears Omicron variant in hamsters. I didn't know there was a market for curing hamsters of COVID, but there you go. That's IMNM. I don't think the market really wants to know about curing Omicron in hamsters either. By the looks of that, no volume. Can we break $9? That's the question. What indicators am do I like? Well, the only indicator I'm using is the VWAP, which this one is just about to find resistance at, which is right on the $9 mark as well. So push my stop up at 890 or 886 right now. $88. Low of this candle, 87. So that's about right. Volatility is great for options. Volatility is great, full stop. Well, this could nice to go and break pre-market highs of 10.10. We're tapping the $9 mark. There we go. Break lows, I'll get stopped out. There we go. Where did that stop? That was crap. the break of 9. How is it? We're 45 minutes in. While the market keeps rallying, it might pull along some of these smaller stocks. This is flat topping on the $9 mark. Might get a bit of explosive move upwards if we keep oiling under $9. I wanted to do. Volume's dying off a little bit. Should you buy Amazon to get that 20 to 1? It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You're not getting any more. It's like saying when you go to the pizza parlor, should I ask them to cut it in 12 and get more pizzas? It doesn't matter. So you buy, if you buy Amazon at whatever price it is now, it's like when it goes to 21, you're getting 20 shares, but you're getting the same value. You're still getting the same size slice of the company. So if you buy Amazon now, it doesn't matter if it's a stock split. It's just basically reducing the size of the best analogy that I can use is if you got a 20 quid note and you go to the shop and they give you four fives, so that effectively you've got a 4-to-1 split there. Or if you've got a 20 quid note, you go to the shop and they give you £5 coins. Have you got more money? No, you've just got more tokens that represent the same amount of money. That's the only thing with Amazon. It's a 20-to-1 split. That's what that Amazon's doing. Not helping me out here at all. Coiling so long under $9, I figured we'd get a breakthrough. We got the volume coming in, we'll get a breakthrough $9, and look what happened. Breaked out yet again. Tony Fakeout should be my name this month. I just can't get the right breakouts. I'm losing more money this month than I have done the whole of my career in trading. Ooh, what, Dennis? What? You don't think we have to read literature to learn this stuff? Is Time at the Opera going to make me any money? Unless I'm a singer, it's not. It is a challenging shopping market, but that's besides the point. It's like I'm doing something fundamentally wrong this month that I haven't been doing before. I've just got to dig deeper and find out what it is so I can cut it out, because I've never had this level of red continuity, shall we say. It's just, you know, I'm used to having red days. I'm used to having a couple of red days, but right now it's one of those times where if I'm looking at my TradingView stats, I don't think I imported my stats from yesterday, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't import my stats from yesterday, but 7 red days this month already. That's more than I've had in any month this year. If I kind of clear my stats altogether and look at last year, did I have a red month? October. Funnily enough, I have quite a profitable month in October. I just had a hell of a lot of red days. Just not big red days. So 6, 8, 10 red days in October last year. I'm close to that already now this month. So after today it'll be 8. Unless I get on a volatile stock now, I'm not coming back from this today. Big red day. Time to pack it in as a bad job. Yeah, you can lose everything in under 1 minute if you don't, you know. Everybody's robbing me. Conspiracy against me. No, it's my trading. I'm just not managing my risk as well as I should do. I'm going in big size when I shouldn't in a choppy market. I can identify areas, but it's the patterns. I'm identifying the patterns for the breakouts, and they're not breaking out. There's no follow through. And whether that's the market or whether that's just me choosing the wrong time to enter, you know, maybe a bit of both. I don't know. I've got to look deeper into it. But either which way, I've got to sort that out. Otherwise, I'm going to end up blowing this account up. I'm down to about 15k on this account now. And it's difficult to come back in a relatively short space of time. We've got what, 2, 7, 8 trading days left of the month. To get profitable on this month, I'm going to have to write May off as a red month. I've not had a red month since January 2021. I don't do red month. So, hey, look, it's one of those things. Might just take tomorrow off and reevaluate my life choices. Always an option. Nero, where are you? Not doing anything. INDP. Well, it's 3:30. I'm going to go offline for a little bit. Walk the dog, clear my hair, clear my head even, and then come back a little bit later, I think. Leonard, it's one of those things. I mean, when you're having a sick time, everything you touch is turning to gold, which is what I was like last year and the other part of this year. It was like everything I touched turned to gold, and it's just fucking typical, isn't it? And this is what I'm talking about. I went in there for the break of $9, and when it finally broke, all 20 cent move up. So an 40 cent move up from the break up from break upwards here. But look, I'm not going to get FOMO. I'm not going to get FOMO. Patterns are looking okay, but I'm just going to close it down and trade it again later. Okay, guys.